All right, welcome to lesson 2 of Pro Tools 10 lessons for the absolute beginner on the Windows operating system. Hopefully we're going to have some fun here. We're going to get going with the next step, adding to our blank template. So here we are confronted with the edit window, which is now empty. And what we're going to do is just get this all set up nicely for our session that we're going to be doing. We're going to be importing some sound files and playing back some stuff. So up here we have our timeline, which is in minutes and seconds, and we're just going to add a few things here to make life simpler as we work. So we're going to add in bars and beats. Typically when we're dealing with music, we're going to need a bars and beats reference. And let's add in a tempo marker so we know what tempo our bars and beats are playing at. And let's add in markers as well. All right. So we got a few things here. Now we can start playback by pulling up the transport control. That's under the Windows menu here. We're going to pull that up right here. And there's our transport. So let's hit play. And you'll notice that absolutely nothing is happening. And that's okay because we don't have any tracks in our session yet, but we're going to get there. Right now we can see that bars and beats are playing back in our top menu here, and we can select minutes and seconds if we like, depending on how we're working. So it'll adapt to our workflow very, very nicely. We're going to stop playback like that with the stop button. Critical or very handy shortcut, of course, is the space bar to start and stop playback. You're going to be using that one a lot, so a good one to use. And actually, let's do this. This is going to make things a little easier too. So under the setup menu and preferences, we're going to go to operation. And just make sure that the numeric keypad is set at transport option here. We're going to use that, okay? And what this allows us to do is start and stop playback with the 0 on the keypad. So I'm going to hit 0 now, and you can see that playback has initiated, and I'll press it again, and you can see that playback has stopped. Some of the other shortcuts that come in handy are the 1 on the keypad will allow us to rewind, as you can see here. 2 on the keypad will allow us to fast forward, as you can see there. And you can, of course, see it on the transport as well. And the number 4 will allow us to do looped playback. And you can see I just quickly selected a little area and hit 4 to activate the loop, and then play. And we're going to loop around this one section over and over again. That'll come in handy, very handy, a little later on. So I'll go over that again, no worries. But let's toggle back to regular playback by hitting 4 on the number keypad. Excellent. Okay, and let's rewind back to the beginning by hitting number 1 on the keypad. All right. Cool. Now let's tuck away that transport. What we're going to do is create our first track by going up to the track menu and clicking on New. So what we're going to do here is create the default, which is 1 mono audio track. Hit Create. And we have our 1 track show up here in the edit window. So let's switch over to our mix window and see what's going on over there. And we can see that now we have a new channel strip here that corresponds exactly to our track that we created in the edit window. Everything that plays through on this track will be playing through this strip. Now we won't go through all the things that are on the strip right now, but we will definitely talk about them as we need them, as they come up. All right, let's flip back and add another track. This time, we're going to add a stereo track. There you go, stereo audio track in samples and create. Now let's flip back to our mix window, and you'll see that indeed another strip has been created. And we know this is a stereo strip because the 2 pan pots. Here we have in the mono track a single pan pot, and in the stereo track we have 2 for the left channel and the right channel. And in case you haven't figured it out yet in your experimentations, that if we set both of these pan pots to 0, it would indeed play back the stereo file as a mono file. So that's kind of a good thing to know. A shortcut for getting the pan pots to the 0 position, or any switch or lever on the strips, is to hold down Alt as you click, and that'll get you right back to the 0 default position. So I'm holding Alt down and clicking, and we're back at 0. So let's get that set back to the way that's supposed to be. And we'll go back to our edit window, and we're going to save. Control S for save. You're going to be using that one a lot, so do it as much as you can. All right, let's pick it up next time in lesson 3 and import some music, which I'll also provide a link to you so you can check it out and work with that sound file. All right, see you there.